Hello YouTube, my name is James and welcome to Good News. We're going to start off today with about 3 pieces of good news, hopefully to lighten up your day. Now the first one, it's a really short story, but it comes from Clearwater, Florida. Now early Tuesday morning, there were reports that a Krispy Kreme donut van was stolen over in Lake City. Now on that same day in the afternoon, it was reported seen over in Clearwater, which is about 190 miles south of Lake City. Now, the cops, when they went to the scene, they did indeed find the van stocked with donuts all the way to the top. So when they had contacted the manager was nice enough to donate the donuts to the cops. They even saved some for themselves, but at the end of the day, they ended up giving pretty much most of it to the homeless in the area. They even put a little Facebook post on it, which I'm going to show you. So now we go on to the second story. And that begins all the way in Michigan and it stretches all the way to Indiana, a good 225 miles apart. Though the story begins a whole lot earlier than that, and it begins with Julie and Rich Morgan. They had spent about 2 years over in Battle Creek, and during that time, the local pizza joint Steve's Pizza made a lasting impression on them. And it was such a huge impression that decades after leaving that city, they had planned to revisit for Julie's 56th birthday. Though things did take a turn for the worst, when Rich, who has a salivary gland cancer, had gone to the hospital, ended up in the ICU. He was told he had days, maybe weeks left to live. So on October 16th, Steve's Pizza made another huge impression on them. But this time, it wasn't because of the amazing pizza. It was because of the extraordinary act of kindness by one of its employees. So prior to this, Rich and his family, they all gathered, reminiscing about the memories of the past, just enjoying the time that they had left. But it was Julie's dad who had really went above and beyond to really just make the rest of his time as memorable as possible. Because Julie, he had called Steve's Pizza and he had spoke to Dalton, who was the manager there. Now he had told Dalton a little bit about the situation and asked if maybe they could send a text or a card, something to really, cheer him up, let him know that they're thinking of him, it being his favorite pizza joint. Although without hesitation, Dalton had asked what kind of pizza they wanted, and he had told Julie's father that he would bring it to them right away, which, by the way, Steve's does not deliver. They never have, and they still never will. But Julie's dad had still clarified that, hey, that they were in Indianapolis. It was at least a 3.5-hour drive from Battle Creek. Dalton said he doesn't care. He understood that, and he would leave as soon as he closed the store. And so while Rich and Julie were sleeping, it was about 2:30 a.m., Dalton showed up, he delivered the pizza, he wished them their best, said, hey, I'm going to keep you in my prayers, and told them, if you need any help, come to me. Julie's dad had offered him to put him in a hotel, but Dalton had refused because he immediately had to go back home to work the next day. Now, Julie, she was just overjoyed, really, to have both of their favorite pizza joint go above and beyond the standard of customer service, and just to really make the last days as wonderful as possible. It's just really outstanding. It's a wonderful thing to see and a wonderful thing to read about. So then we go on to our last and third story. And so our third and final story comes all the way from New Jersey, and it has to do with a certain A-lister called John Legend. So we have Angel Martinez and Gilbert Ruiz, 2 volunteers of the Woodridge Fire Department. They had encountered the pop star when they were selling tickets for a fundraiser in front of a 7-Eleven. Now Ruiz is quoted saying, 4 limos came into the parking lot around 10, and Angel had said to him, yo, that's John Legend. So when Legend got out of the car, he said, I know you, and he went up to him to explain what they were doing. So after Ruiz and Martinez were talking to him about the fundraiser, John Legend, he rushed straight into the 7-Eleven and he came back only with cash in his hand. He didn't come out with any other snacks, no drinks. No, he went in there just for cash, just so he could donate. The singer gave the pair $20, which Ruiz confirmed was the highest donation they had got all day. And John Legend didn't even take the tickets. So that is all I have for you today. I just wanted to try this out. Just trying to get a handle on what this is going to sound like. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and like it, I guess. I'm not really in it for that. But Hope you have a good day. You just heard some good news.